I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Presents. And the first present that I opened, Jasper is going crazy on the mic. If you're wondering why the mic is moving, if you hear anything, he's rubbing his face all over the mic. Jasper, you're being very ridiculous today. Look at this. There he goes. Okay, so first of all, I opened my first present, all right? And it is this very nice sweater, as you can see. Now, this sweater can be zipped up as well, but I actually zipped it up, and I'll show you. It looks pretty nice, right? I actually really like it zipped up. The problem is, the sun is out today. So as I was setting up for today's stream, I had it zipped up just like this. And I'm like, oh, it looks good zipped up. Wow, what a nice sweater. I really like this one. Look, it's nice elaborate. Look at the design on it, right? It's the most elaborate sweater that I own. A lot of people are saying it looks like a cardigan. I have no clue. Maybe it is. I don't know the criteria for what's a cardigan or what's just like a normal sweater or whatever. I have no idea. All right. But the other thing I like is that it's a color I don't have. Like, I don't have any clothes of this color. So it's perfect. It like accentuates and expands my wardrobe options, right? It is warm and cozy. But the problem is the sun is out today. So I'm sitting in the office with it zipped up. I'm like, oh, like I'm getting hot. I started sweating. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, my chest was sweating. I was like, oh, what the frick? It's friggin' winter. And I'm sweating wearing a sweater in the house. Why? The heat doesn't reach this office, just to make it clear. It's not like my heat is blasting in my house and it's hot in here. The heat does not reach this office at all. The problem is the sun's out, and when the sun is out, it beats on this office wall and heats the office up. So I unzipped it, and that's what I'll have to do. It's 100% a cardigan. You guys think so? Okay, if it's a cardigan, it's a cardigan. I'm rolling with that. I'm going to say it's my Christmas cardigan. A gift for my wife. I really like it. So I think it's comfy. It looks nice. It's all good. And it's nice, too. I can wear this outside, too. Like, it's not just something you wear around the house, right? But I'm hoping, like, if I get hot, I have to unzip again. That's why I had it unzipped to start. Because, man, it gets hot wearing this thing indoors because of the sun on the office. If it were a cool, rainy day outside, it would be perfect, you know? But what are you going to do? So, anyway. So, this is my first gift. And my wife also got me some cologne. Here's the thing. We used to wear cologne and perfume. Not expensive ones, by the way. I want to make that clear. We would go to, like, the discount stores, like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and whatever they have on sale in there. You know, you would grab a bottle for, like, between 10 to 30 bucks, and it would be, like, a giant bottle that would last you, like, a year, right? So that's what we used to do. And we used to wear cologne and perfume all the time pre-COVID. And then when COVID hit, it just screwed everything up. Like, we stopped going out. We stopped regularly wearing this stuff. Basically, life just changed. It was a shame. I think that was nice. Every week we were going out and we were having good activity together, and we had regular places we like to hang out and go and eat. It all changed. A lot of the places we used to go are closed or changed to different businesses after COVID. It really did screwed up a lot of stuff. So my wife actually, for the first time in years, bought me a new bottle of cologne. I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm wearing it right now. And before you ask me what it is, I literally have no idea. I don't pay any attention. You know me. I'm an oaf. I'm sure if you ask my wife, she'd be able to tell you exactly what it is. I have no clue. It smells great. I'm pretty sure this is one that either we've had before or like we were in a store and you have the samplers, you smell the samplers, and we smelled it and really liked it. It's a little like citrusy. I have no clue what it is. But anyway, it's great. So, yeah, I'm wearing this. I'm wearing some cologne today with my brand new sweater. So I'm basically all decked out in my Christmas gifts, right? That's what I'm wearing right now, which is nice to have this the day after Christmas. It's nice to know that my wife had some nice thought she put into it and got me some nice things. So yeah, so that was our Christmas Eve basically. So it was food, and she played some Far Cry 6. Jasper had his toys. I had my gifts. And then basically we had like a drink. And that night, what did I have? No, I didn't have the cider until yesterday. So last night, I think I just had like a mixed drink. Oh, sorry, I got a burp. Excuse me. Yeah, I just had like I had a margarita. That's right. We each had margaritas. We each had margaritas last night. No, Christmas Eve. We each had margaritas, and then we went to sleep. So Christmas Day we got up, and Christmas Day was both a chill but fun day as well. All right, it was a chill but fun day. We woke up, and we're cooking. We were cooking breakfast together, and so we had scrambled eggs with cheese and a little bit of bacon bits, and we had turkey sausage that was frozen. We just, we warmed it up, and waffles that we tossed in the microwave, not the microwave, the toaster. I know we didn't do everything. We were originally going to make everything from scratch, and we were like, do we really want to spend hours cleaning everything up? Because we're going to have an elaborate dinner, and we're like, probably doesn't make sense to do 2 elaborate meals. Let's do an easier breakfast. So we did, and as we were eating our breakfast, we had Christmas music playing, which was nice. And then basically after that, we washed up, we showered or whatever. And we fed the animals out back, because like I told you guys, we have all kinds of woodland creatures that come into our backyard every morning. Because number one, we have some nuts that we'll like put out on the back step. And number two, we have this suet dispenser now. It's a little cage, and you put a block of suet bird food in there. And every day, animals, squirrels, birds of every kind come by and eat this stuff. And it's really nice because we had a ton of animals in the backyard, and that gave Jasper something to do. He was so excited to see all these wild creatures out there, running around and having a good time. So he loves that. Like I said, I've always told you guys, this is a cat house, a cat style house, like with all the windows, with the amount of space to run around in, the things to climb and jump in, and then having a backyard where we can have all these wild creatures come by. He loves it. So he was having a great time yesterday with that. Geez, all the things we did over the course of the day. So my wife definitely played more Far Cry 6. She got further into the game, which was nice. I watched her play. We had all kinds of stuff. We had a box of chocolates. I told you, we bought a box of chocolates when we had gone to Costco a few weeks ago. And it was like a holiday-themed box of Belgian chocolate. So we opened it up, and we had some of those. My wife doesn't really like white chocolate. I think it's okay. So I ended up having like 2 or 3 chocolates that were all white chocolate style. One of them had like cookie pieces in it. One of them was supposed to have pistachio, but didn't really taste like pistachio. The one that I had that I really liked, it was so weird. It was supposed to be like tiramisu. And I ate it. I was like, it tastes nothing like tiramisu, but it tastes like a chocolate cookie cream. And it had like cookie pieces in it. I was like, dude, this chocolate's really, really good. And my wife had a couple too. I think one had like strawberry in it. She loved the strawberry one. So we had some of that. Over the course of the day, I had a couple drinks. I had like some of the apple whiskey that was in there. That was nice. I actually had a few shots of the peanut butter whiskey over the course of the day. What else did we do? So dinner was very elaborate. So first of all, our dinner protein was donated by my parents. It was one of their gifts. They actually had given this to us before Thanksgiving, but we opted to save it till Christmas. So what it was these turkey breasts, which are pretty small. They're only like this big, okay? But they're stuffed with stuffing and cranberries, and then they were tightly wrapped with bacon. So what you do is you roast these in your oven for like 45 minutes, and the outside, the bacon becomes crispy and full of flavor, and the turkey absorbs the bacon flavor. So as you're eating it, you're like, wow, it's like turkey flavor, or a bacon flavored turkey, which is amazing. Never had that before. And the stuffing actually tasted really good too. And then we made 2 sides. Homemade sweet potato mashed potatoes. So we chopped them up, we boiled them up, mashed them up, added brown sugar, some butter, some vanilla, and other things to it, right? And then we had homemade green bean casserole. Now, the green bean casserole was the first time we had ever made this. It worked, but it didn't. So allow me to explain. So we wanted to go totally, how can I say, like totally authentic. So we got fresh green beans. You know, you can make green bean casserole with canned green beans, but then you're talking about green beans that are like mushy, right? Like they're already mushy and not that good. They probably taste fine, but it's going to become like a goo. So we opted for the fresh green beans. The problem was, with the green beans that we got, it took a long time to prep them, which we didn't foresee. So we're standing there, we're like, so should we warm up the oven yet? Well, wait, let's prep the green beans first. And it took us, no exaggeration, like 40 minutes because we had to go through all the green beans, cut off the ends, wash them all, chop them into smaller pieces, and put them aside. It took forever. It was like, oh my God. We definitely next time are probably not going to do that. So then what do we have in the green bean casserole? There was like cream and mushroom soup, some cheese, some of those fried onions that are like breaded fried onion crunchy thingies, whatever they're called. Put those in. Some seasonings. And my wife was seasoning it with like salt, pepper, and other things like that, right? So we did it all. And we tossed well, my wife made the mashed potatoes first. Put them aside. And then we tossed the turkey into the oven for like 20 minutes. And then we added the green bean casserole after. So the turkey cooked for like 45 minutes, and I think the green bean casserole cooked for like 25 minutes. And the truth is, we cooked it exactly the right amount. Because when we took out the casserole, it was perfectly crispy on top. And if we had left it in more, it would have burnt. We knew that. We saw it. Like, oh, that definitely would have burnt if we left it in longer. So we're glad we took it out when we did. The problem is, because we had used fresh green beans, they were more crunchy. I was okay with that. But my wife didn't really like that. She was like, man, I'm so used to green beans not being this crunchy. So the flavor was good. Like, the flavor was, like, tasty. We actually really liked the green bean casserole. The flavor. But having them be more crunchy was a little weird. Because, you know, how often do you actually eat fresh green beans? We don't. We usually would buy, like, canned veggies. So it was a little weird. They were all right. Let me put it that way. Like, the flavor was good. But, yeah, it's not the consistency you're expecting. So it's not as good as you probably would think it would have been. I still liked it, but basically what it was, we ate all this food, right? So the turkey was amazing. The mashed potatoes were good. The casserole was like, all right, but not as good as we thought it would have been. And then it's like, oh, okay. So now it's time to clean up. Like, oh, no. Dude, so many dishes. Just for that. For those 3 things we just described, you know, just to make the mashed potatoes, you've got the pot you boiled them in. You've got the bowl that you mashed them in. You got 100 utensils and things. You know, for the green bean casserole, we got the multiple cutting boards, the strainer, you know, all the utensils and things we used to mix it with and serve it with, and then the pan that we cooked it in, and then we got the pan that we baked the turkey in, and that all, you know, it had stuck to the pan, because that's the thing, you're cooking on bacon. Bacon's going to stick right to the pan. Even using cooking spray or whatever, it still sticks. There's nothing you can do about it. So now you got to scrub the pan. Dude, it took so long. So the food was good. Like, we really enjoyed our Christmas dinner. But the prep took like over an hour. The cooking took 45 minutes. And then the cleanup afterward took like another hour. So you're talking like 3.5 hours out of our day for dinner, right? Out of a day that we wanted to relax. And for 3.5 hours, we were essentially just cooking, baking, cleaning. Oh. That's the frustrating part. If you have a big family and you put a lot of work into having a homemade meal, number one, I certainly hope that your family appreciates it, because it's a lot of work. You know, I'm an adult. I get this. I really now have grown to appreciate what my mom and dad used to do for us when I was a kid. And in fact, I called my mom on Christmas Eve and I personally thanked her. I said, I just want to let you know I'm really thankful for the holidays and the way that you did up the house and everything back then. Because now I have these really nice memories of all of that, and I can tell my audience about it, and they want to know. They want to hear about what I did when I was a kid. They're very interested, and it's nice to have these really positive memories to share with everybody, and I really am thankful for that. And she was so happy that I said that. You know, you may not realize that, but your parents would be super happy to hear from you and hear messages like that. I recommend everyone do that around the holidays, because I'll tell you, they will appreciate it. Even if you don't think they would and they don't say nothing, they'll still appreciate it, okay? So anyway, if you have a big family, right, and you do all that work, then you're feeding 1 million people, and it seems like it's worth it. When there's only 2 of us, it's me and my wife, right? And you're doing all this work, and you're like, and the other sad fact is, there was no turkey left over. We had just enough for the 2 of us. The mashed potatoes were good, but we were like, there's not really, do we really want to save them? We didn't have any other meals planned where we could really eat the mashed potatoes with them. And the green bean casserole, we didn't like that much because the green beans were too crunchy, so we have no leftovers. So we did all that work, and we have no leftovers, at least with Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, we put a ton of work into it, and then we had like 3 days of leftovers. So it was kind of worth it. But in this case, it really didn't feel like it was worth it at all. It felt like, man, we worked our butts off on Christmas to make this meal, and it was good at the moment, but man, it didn't seem like it was worth all the effort because there's nothing to speak of after the fact, right? So